He is working in you. Philippians 2:13 says, God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases him. In this video today, we explore the powerful message that God is always working in our lives, even when we may not realize it. We must learn how to trust in God's plan for our lives and embrace the journey that he has set before us. Whether you're facing challenges in your personal life or your professional life, this video is sure to leave you feeling inspired and empowered. Why? Because he is working in you. Welcome to Strength for Today's Man podcast, volume 148. If this is your first time here, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. It's been a great day. I'm back outside in the backyard. It's actually cool enough for me to be back here. We've been having some serious weather from our very first hurricanes here on Southern California coastline since I think it's been decades since we had a hurricane on the coastline. And it's been extremely hot here in my area, which is Lake Elsinore, California. But today it's a cool, get this, it's a cool 97. All right, now that's a good day. I know that living for God can be a bit trying and frustrating at times. And that's real. Because there are times that I get frustrated in my life. There are times that I have trying moments in my life. But as you continue to give your life over to him, you know what happens? He will open up the doors for you that were shut and has caused you frustration. I know this personally, that there were times that I have tried to open up certain doors in my life. And I couldn't do it myself. I had to rely on God to open those doors for me. And the only way that he was able to open that door for me is because I trusted and believed in his power. Because he's my source. He's the one I go to when I need things in my life. And I want to encourage you today to know that God has a plan for your life. And I know that many of you heard that a lot. You've heard that over your life. You've heard that from many messages. You've heard that from many people. You've heard that on a day-to-day basis. But it's true. God does have a plan for your life. Many of you know that I try to live my life intentionally praying for things and for people. And from what I've been hearing lately, many of you are starting to pray intentionally in your life, and God is working in your life because you are faithful and you are obedient to him. That's the only way it's going to happen. You have to be obedient and you have to be faithful to God. And many of you right now know and understand that when you pray and ask God for anything in your life, if you stand believing and trusting in him, you already know he's going to answer those prayers for you. It's the best way to live. When we tap into the heavenlies, God can then start using us as he desires. But let me tell you this, God does not give us a list of demands and then leave us to sort them out. He doesn't do that. He uses his power to help strengthen us. And then you know what he does? He guides us. But we have to remain in his word in order to know what the direction for our lives are. God is both the motivation and the destination for our spiritual lives. We just need to tap in from time to time. We need to go in and spend some time with God. This is why I do this every day, even when I don't feel like it, because I know, one, it strengthens me and it encourages me. And two, I hear how you are encouraged and blessed by some of the messages that I bring to you daily. And I want to continue to do this because I want to help you tap into your source. Here's what I found out. We make the mistake of thinking we must please him in order to experience closeness with him, when in fact, the inverse is what happens. When we draw close to him, God begins to produce in us the desire to do what pleases him. And my question to you today is, are you pleasing God? It's a simple question, but yet it's a complex question because many of us, we think we're pleasing God, but in fact, we're not pleasing God because we don't obey, we don't study His Word, we don't pray, we don't seek Him. There are a lot of areas in our lives that we need to come up. We need to do better in our lives. Let me close with this. We need to confess and tell God that we sometimes avoid Him because we are afraid that we are not living how He wants us to live. And here's my suggestion in that. Pray for help in realizing that God is the source of the daily strength that you need to live for Him. He will help you come close to Him, and He will grow healthy desires in your life. That's all I have for you today. Be blessed in the Lord. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the wealth. I look forward to our time again right back here on Strength for Today's Man podcast. And until then, be blessed.